Hello to my Capricorns. All right, Capricorns, let's get right into it. We are in the first quarter moon phase. I'm going to put up but by the time you watch this video, you'll see first quarter moon phase moon rituals on the shorts. It's also going to be on Instagram, and it's also going to be on TikTok. So check it out there so you can see what kind of rituals you can do for first quarter moon. So if you have a moon calendar already downloaded, it'll probably say waxing crescent moon, but we're headed towards a first quarter moon. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. So yeah, let's get into it. You're gonna have a first quarter moon in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is actually going retrograde soon. It's actually going to go retrograde the day after the total lunar eclipse. And total lunar eclipse is going to be on the 14th. For those of you all who would like to write these things down, we have a total lunar eclipse on the 14th. And I'll try to put information about all of this stuff. Total lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, what all of that means in the shorts. So that way, for those of you all who like to learn, who want to learn, who are excited about learning, whatever, learn, you'll have the information in the shorts. All right, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Plus your full moon prediction video is going to go over up on the Patreon side. For those of you all, you know the routine. And we got some more information that's going up over there too. So stay tuned. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you, Cappies. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. We have tons of playlists, so go check out the playlist. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Trying to get you to make sure you know you're in your North Node, right? Make sure you know you're in your North Node, right? Capricorn rules 10th house, right? So I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. I am the great I am. I am a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So this should not be a difficult one for you all, even though earth signs in general, maybe like to prioritize like you're in your relationships, time knowing energies, right? And so source is saying that's changing. That is changing in this year of 9, right? Because somebody is starting to recognize some of those things that you may have been tied to, those belief systems could have been karmic. You just thinking time over your definition of friend and someone else's definition of friend or whatever. That's changing. Somebody's starting to just learning how to detach, learning how to pray for people and just detach. Okay. Yeah, you could have known somebody for all your life and realize when you go into hermit mode, they could be tied to karmics, whatever. Y'all could just be on 2 different frequencies. But anyway, let's get a number. Yep, let's get a number and let's go ahead and close it out. All right, let's see. Here's angel number, and we're going to go ahead and close it out. Angel number, and we're going to go ahead and close it out. 151, make magic. So someone is already in their crown chakra, right? Somebody's already in the crown chakra. You could have been in between 2 dark magicians. Excuse me. So your desires are in your hands. Your angels say the time is now to create your future. The things you want are not just going to happen on their own. You'll need to create them. The steps you take today have a direct link to what happens to you in the future. Sit in a quiet spot and take 5 deep centering breaths. As you inhale, envision supportive energy flowing into you. As you exhale, know that what you want wants you, right? So make magic. Somebody could have been in between 2 dark magician energies, and source is saying 2 types, who caused a lot of confusion in a disorganized mind. Could have caused you to have a lot of confusion and a lot of disorganized mind. Be very disorganized in your thinking, right? Causing a lot of confusion. So let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. All right. Let's get some tarot going. So yeah, you are a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Trying to keep the vibrations very, very high, because again, we have like a total lunar eclipse can put people in their emotions and feelings, especially if you feel like you need to totally because total lunar eclipse is about totally letting go of something. People, places, and things. It can put you in your feelings. It can also put other people in their feelings, and you have to totally make a decision. I need to go ahead and completely let everything that's tied to, connected to, release people, places, and things, so that you can be a magnet for harmonious peace, so that you can know the difference. Something has brought you to a level of emotional maturity. A level of emotional maturity. So this is where the cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are you, Libra, Cancer, and Aries. Cardinal signs are initiators. So source is saying to you, if you really want to close out cycles, remember we are in the Gregorian calendar, we are in your season at the January 1st, but we're also in Capricorn season the 31st of December. So if you really want to close out cycles airtight, in a very mature and authoritative way, you are going to have to be the person that initiates the change. Because the day after March 14th, which is the 15th, is when Mercury goes retrograde. That's, again, planets don't move backwards. They don't move at a slower pace. But that means that you have to slow down, right? So that means Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics, in all forms, really just love and money. Think about Venus that way. Love and money. Time is money. Doesn't matter how long you've been around energies. Does not matter. If they got you smashed in between something and there's a bunch of chaos and confusion going on, source is saying something brought you to a new level of emotional maturity that says, okay, I need to go ahead and close out some cycles. I need to go ahead and close out some cycles because I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. If you got to dig into people's minds to figure out why they being shady towards you or messy or mean spirit and they not telling, source is saying, go ahead and close it out. Go ahead and close it out. Make an executive decision to go ahead and close it out. So you can be more conservative with your time. Stop overthinking stuff. Stop, well, I'm going to wait around. That's going to be somebody's, almost the stubborn part. This, I'm going to wait around. I'm just trying to be patient and figure out what's going. Letting other people close out cycle. Sources like, okay, learn how to be more conservative with your time. Time is money. Something that has already caused you emotional wounding from since your childhood, feeling left out of something. Sources like, only you have the key to your vault door. When you're sitting there giving somebody else the key to your life, this next phase of your life, because you're waiting on them to close out the cycle, you're only delaying what you prayed for. Financial independence. That's what source is trying to bring you into. Financial independence. You're going to come through and say, you know what, in a very mature and authoritative way, I need to take my power back. I need to take all of my water back. I need to flush out something and I need to just take my water back. So you can make magic. And you can grow your abundance and your prosperity. I need to take all of my water back so I can grow my abundance and my prosperity. So something is ending. Something is ending permanently. It's ending. In order for you to go through a powerful transformation, something needs to end. Yep. So that you can get back to travel, so that you can get back to your life. I see somebody getting off of a bus, ringing the bell, getting off of a bus of chaos and confusion. The Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that could have created a bunch of, or played some pivotal role in you being chained to the devil, meaning trying to restrict you, saying that you were some kind of a lustful spirit, saying that you were obsessed with something. Sources saying this is where you have to initiate the change. saying that you and somebody were practicing devil worship, you know, to keep you away from certain things. Source is saying to you that if you've been wondering why people have been shady towards you lately, it's because they've been saying you and somebody else are into devil worship. Something goes on behind closed doors around sex, money, mental health issues, all of this other stuff, and you and somebody traveling places. And Source is saying if you don't come through with a sword and cut energies off permanently, as sad as that sounds, people choose to believe what they want to believe. You are a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So if you're sitting around waiting for somebody to come to say, so and so said this about you, and so said, so it's like a lot of time people won't, because they're trying to wait for something to come out and then come back around after being shady towards you without telling you something. Sources say, listen, you're getting ready to learn how to go ahead and close out cycles in love and stop delaying your financial independence. These are energies that you've had an emotional bond with since you were a kid, being shady towards you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you and somebody else. So it's just saying, okay, I see you and somebody back in the saddle again, away from these karmics. People who believe lies and don't have a clue, like I said, familiar spirits, and ruthless, just ruthless. 8, 7. So you're free. You and somebody are free of these energies. But if you all don't learn how to cut people off, I know somebody gonna even watch this reading and be like, I'm not sure who they are. Whoever was shady, whoever was shady, and they couldn't answer a clear question to save their life. They was leaving you out of stuff, leaving you and somebody else out of stuff, making you all feel low and worthless. You sitting there scrambling in your brains trying to figure out why were they being shady to. You're going to learn how to pull out the sword and say, okay, I'm just cutting them off first. I'm cutting them off. I'm dead in this situation. It's a wrap. It's over. It's a wrap. So that you're not staying in the this right here, this infinity symbol right here. So that you're not looped into other people's karma about something they don't have resolved within their own spirit. Pulling out the sword so you can protect your peace. So that you can protect your peace of mind. You and somebody going to learn how to protect your peace of mind. That will be equivalent, because you and somebody are victorious. That will be equivalent, Capricorns, to somebody accusing you and your spouse or your partner of, in the workplace. Oh, we can't go near them because they're mentally ill. Something's wrong with it. Whatever, they're mentally ill. They suffer from depression. They're this and that and so on and so forth. And people are being shady towards you all. Sources saying, we're in the year 9. 9 is a death rebirth number. You all are going to be initiating the ending of things from now on. Instead of you sitting there looped into other people's karmic cycle, you all are going to be the ones keeping people out of your business. So that's what Source has for you. Yeah, any other messages, Source, that you want for my Capricorn? Because otherwise, you all are going to keep looping yourselves into these karmic cycles with people who are going to keep being shady. Oh, well, somebody told me and I heard this. If you're a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships, you're going to keep those. The moment you identify people are trying to make you and other people feel worthless and got you smashed between a bunch of confusion. So it's just like the moment you realize that at that very moment, you need to make it up in your mind. Those energies will never have access to your life again. This is more than just a physical house and letting somebody into your physical house. Your physical body is your house. They should have no more access to you, period. I see you and somebody, baby, able to defend your decision to move on from these ruthless spirits without even coming across as defensive. These energies have kept you out of stuff. Didn't let you know what was going on. I mean, just, yeah. So Source really wants you to add structure and authority to how you move forward as a prayer warrior. when you feel like you've been preyed upon, your emotional state have been preyed upon in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Some energies definitely were spreading rumors, spreading lies about you and somebody else and keeping you out of it. But they were showing physical evidence of keeping you away from stuff, like keeping you away from them. Like, so Source is saying, okay, you got the message loud and clear. The loud and clear. So there's a hidden tower. Well, hidden. I would say hidden tower. These two right here were hidden tower. But then there's the tower card. Double tower. Double tower. Double awakening. Double awakening. Now, what's interesting is that we had a full moon, and you and somebody are protected, by the way. But it brought you all to emotional maturity, helped you all to stay focused. If you were the one that was in between people talking in your ear, causing you in a great state of confusion about something, Source is saying, and if it was about someone that you love, if you don't cut them off, they are going to cut you off. It's going to be just that clear. Because I can tell you, looking at the cards here, they are fully aware of what was said to you. Fully aware. You can't really get too much over on people who have, this card right here means total recall of some things. When you're dealing with highly intuitive energies who can tell when people are lying, and they can tell when people are in survival mode, just like you would know. Like if you would know somebody was in survival mode. Well, I hope you would know if somebody from your family called you and they sound like they were scared, or I would hope that you would know. I mean, that's the whole reason I always talk about listening to water sounds to retrain your ear. If somebody called you and they sound like they needed help, and you sitting there going, well, you should have just said something. The person, they had me in the survival mode. Like, you couldn't read between the lines. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody is, learn how to close out these cycles so that you are a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So when someone is in danger, in survival mode, somebody that you love, family, you will be able to pick up on it in your ears. That's why I talk about water so much, so you can retrain your ears. So it's a hidden tower, and it's also another tower. So yeah, something for you. Something for somebody is just kind of sort of depressing, because it's just almost just like they know now who's behind it. They know who the two energies are behind it. Yep, they know who the two energies are behind it. Yep. One of them succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. The other one was egotistical and materialistic. They moved on from these energies. These energies felt like they were left out of somebody's life, and they jumped to conclusions about something and just got you mixed up in some mess. And I'm telling y'all, everybody's aware of it. Everybody's aware. So if any of your friends and stuff was acting shady to it, it's because it's out there. It's out there in the universe. So if you're still acting confused, it's time to sit on your throne at a high frequency and go back through your mind and start carefully vetting your thoughts. What was the last thing this energy said? What were they alluding to? What was their facial expression? Inflection in their voice, all of those things. So yeah, so you can create something new. Yeah, because it certainly calls someone to cry. It calls someone to cry and calls someone to lament. Looking at the cards here, it calls someone to just be very, very sad. Yep, it calls someone that you love to be very, very sad. That you weren't either you weren't picking up on things, like picking up on that something was a lie, Capricorns, and that you didn't just walk away from something it think of it this way, because I'm looking at this vault door. Let's say for instance, it's your spouse, and one of your friends came to you and told you some kind of big lie about your spouse. It caused a lot of lamenting for somebody to not just cut these two energies off. So let's say, I don't know if you all are married, have a partner, whatever your situation is. Let's say family, because spouse would be family, right? Partner, because something like be family as well. It's like two energies came to you and told you something horrible about someone that you consider as family or is family. And you didn't just cut them off and walk away. Right? These two karmics, you didn't just put them, and it caused a lot of tears. It caused a lot of sadness, and it caused a lot of tears. So something that you're working on internally, somebody is internally working on. I feel like somebody has been around such an emotional manipulator that part may be a little desensitized for somebody. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know who. But when you're around people for a length of time, and you know that something could be a lie, source is trying to get you to learn how to be authoritative and speak up. Just speak up. Yeah, but detach from these karmics. You and somebody will be detaching from these karmics. I don't even, even in my readings now, I don't even want to keep talking about karmics. At this point, somebody should just know what a karmic is. Like, for real. Somebody who has some unresolved issues within their spirit. They haven't come to terms with something, and they're not ready to detach, right? I want your readings to be very high vibrational, so you all can be like, okay, we got some good news coming in, but you can't dismiss it. These energies actually delay your good news from coming in, as long as you sit, well, I haven't talked to them in a long time, but you haven't cleaned house. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. It's like, when the moon moves through this zodiac sign right here, it's time to just put it to end. Just end it. Just completely end something. Just completely end something. Yep. That's going to send. It's like, I have a playlist for the movie Backdraft, for those of you all who see the playlist. It's going to put it into all of the lies, because it doesn't leave any room. It sends out a strong message. Matter of fact, like I said, Mercury goes retrograde on the 15th of March. Not that you have to close out cycles on the 15th. You can close it out when you watch the video. But it sends such a strong backdraft of spell work and lies that were said to, if you are that emotion, not just you, but just in general, if somebody is that desensitized to yours and your loved one's pain and how much hurt it causes people, and people are not taking some kind of action to cut ties with energies, sources say it sends a message that what they did was not as bad. It sends a message that, oh, okay, we still cool, we still friends. I mean, people, it sends a message of desperation. That's what it sends out. These energies right here, these karmics, were saying all kinds of lies around somebody. All kinds of lies around somebody. Like somebody, I don't remember. Take what resonates. Take what resonates. The Venus retrograde video is up. It would just send a message that somebody is chained to the devil. It sends a message that two energies are chained to the devil. Whoever the two energies are. This is not about how long you've known some people, but sources saying if you're still staying connected to energies who are still gossiping and saying all kinds of lies about something that you know is a lie, like you know for certain is a lie, like you was there and you know it was a lie, it sends a strong message to these energies that their behavior is not, it wasn't that bad, even though it caused a lot of pain. So yeah, it's going to be some major changes here. Some major, major, major changes going on here in the cards. So somebody also has a friend that has been shady towards them because they are aware of all the lies that were told, and they're looking at you like, they even cut these people off yet? So people are looking at you like, what? So what I'm looking at here is that let me see, we're in the first quarter moon phase. Some kind of action. First quarter moon phase is about action being taken. So if you're intending on being clear about coming out of, like, cutting karmics off, somebody's going to have to take some kind of action and send a very, like I said, you don't have to call people and talk to people, but some numbers need to be blocked. Some messages need to be sent out to people that, nah, what you did was not cool at all. It is. What do you need to release? Y'all see me pulling the cards. What do you need to release? Some people are cold-blooded. What do you need to release? Because if somebody's still waiting on an ex-friend, somebody you grew up with to tell you what's going on, they've been telling you in every kind of way possible by being shady towards you. So make room for abundance planning. That's what Source is saying. These energies are blocking your money. They're blocking your money. So when we talk about total lunar eclipse, it can be difficult. Total lunar eclipse can be very jolting because you're the one that's cutting, like, you're the one that's cleaning house. You're the one that's cleaning house. So pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find a safe space and follow your bliss, but receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up, and then don't give up. So yeah, there's some energies that's saying that you or somebody that you love is into some kind of devil worship, or they're telling all kinds of lies, or saying somebody's a liar, all of this other stuff, and you know those things are not true, and you're still staying connected to these energies. It sends a greater message that this is you, that you are the one with the pick-me spirit. Imagine somebody telling a whole lot of lies about you, and your friends are the ones that's sitting there knowing that they're lies about you, but yet and still they still communicate with people who are spreading the lies, right? This is where your ruling planet Saturn comes in. Set the boundary and enforce it, but don't give up. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. You're trying to plan your abundance. Somebody saw that somebody was inspiring way too many people. Whoever you're attached to is inspiring way too many people, motivating people, adding clarity. Decide to create a bunch of lies. So no problem. You're not meant to struggle and fight your way through. I've been saying this. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Y'all have been hearing me saying this, that y'all carrying a lot of people's dirty water up the side of a mountain, trying to get to your goals faster, trying to bring all of these energies with you. Everybody has that North Node. There's greatness inside of every single human being on planet Earth. And so drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. You've already won. I see a lot of your comments, so thank you for putting the comments below. I see a lot of you all really starting to operate in your 10th house. Like, okay, I'm here. I see I'm in the right job. I'm in the right career. I can see things differently now. Yeah, raise the bar. Raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels and joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns. Source has literally moved some of you all away. And some people still go back around the same energies these karmic relationships. Not Source had to set you apart from some things. Some of y'all are still talking to some people that y'all used to work with, and Source is like they are karmics. They believe lie. They created chaos and confusion with you all. Like, that's why the Tower card keeps coming out. That's why the Tower card keeps coming out. Some of you all may feel like people are trying to boss you around and trying to force you to do things their way or the highway. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are going to see this year that people are not going to do a whole bunch of talking. A lot of people are not going to do a whole bunch of talking. They just going to move on. And that's what you're going to be doing too. You're just going to move on. You're going to sit down and you're going to think about it. You're like, okay, 1, 2, 3 strikes, shade. Okay, move on. It's going to be a whole lot of that. So whether you're on the sending or the receiving side, it's going to be a whole lot of cycle closing. I'm telling you. And so this total lunar eclipse, you know, like I said before, doesn't always come in the form of a conversation. So somebody have had some toxic energies around them when they really, really need divine feminine energy, something that's going to really help nurture your spirit. So, alrighty. It feels like I've been telling the same story for 2 years with these readings, with this reading in particular for Capricorns. And for you all, Source is saying something is definitely bringing you to a new level of emotional maturity that's going to help you to really learn how to toss some things into a burning ball, see how depressing something was for someone or several people, who knows, and create something new, and really, really create something new. So chanting, I definitely see somebody who's now going to be starting to chant. I feel like you're coming closer and closer to just some clarity at this point, because once people are aware of like what's been circulating, the lies that have been circulating, and people see that you may be confused. Like I made a comment, what was it, previous video, that if somebody were to tell me a lie about my parents, I may not even have been born, for real. I may not have been born. But there's no way you're going to sit there and tell me anything horrible about, without me at least, especially in my younger years. Now, I'm just like, I'll just cut you off and move on, like, whatever. You know what? Let the tower just fall on you. But in my younger years, in different parts of the world, people call teasing, different slang names. Some people call it roasting. So let's use roasting as universal. I would have roasted you and your whole family, for real. Like, I would have found something funny to say about you all. Like, but in my older years, I don't have to roast anybody. I don't have to state the obvious. That would have been the cutoff point. That would have just been the cutoff point right there. You're not going to say anything about my parents, about my family, period. I may be able to say it, but you can't. And you're going to know at that very moment that what you just said wasn't cool. We're not kikiing. It's not, all jokes stop right there. Because if I start joking, y'all know some of us were raised in places where we learn how to roast very well. Very, very well. So yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. So meaning that you're starting to get total clarity of some things. The energy is gaining momentum. So that just means you're beginning to get total clarity of some things. Some things are starting to make sense as to why people are kind of like acting different, around you, or like quiet, because they're just kind of wondering like, what's going on? All of this fire lets me know that somebody has been bullied a lot. Somebody has been lied to, talked about, you know, not been a part of a lot of things. And this is where the compassion comes in. That's where I can understand why somebody would feel like this. Like, okay, you know what? Just emotionally just detached. Just like, okay, well, people lie, you know, people, you know, this, that, the other. But Source is saying, but there has to be kind of a boundary set and enforced. And that's what this whole reading is about. In order for you to be a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, and healed relationship. Because you're right here at your vault door. You're right here at your vault door. Somebody's been, and part of your vault door was being able to work from home. Like really work from home. Like behind closed doors. Like, what is this? Where's the card here? To be able to travel, you know, to be able to travel, to be able to be free and travel. So we got 7, 8, yeah, to be able to travel by plane here. Somebody, and like build a legacy with somebody. That's what somebody's vault door is like. Have your person, whether you're married, kids, be able to travel a lot, lots of opportunities coming across your path. And so your worth, right here, we're talking about Venus, also speaks to worth. Knowing your worth is what's going to get you behind closed doors, which is going to get you inside your vault door. But it's also going to help you to keep other people out. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. But yeah, if you're a magnet for peaceful and harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships, speak it into existence. But you also have to recognize what's coming back at you that's not adding to it. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. Let's get ready for the total lunar eclipse where you're totally letting go of some things. Let's get ready for Mercury retrograde. We're already Venus retrograde. I have retrograde series on the second channel. You can go watch it. Tons of information. You can go watch it. But this is what I have for you. Hidden tower and also a tower. So something may feel like for you, it's just like waking you up out of something. Like I feel like somebody's gonna have a serious talk with you. It could be a best friend that y'all went to school with for a long. Somebody's gonna have a serious sit down talk with you, and just basically tell you something. It could have been somebody you went to school with, or old friend, somebody who was been in your life for a long time, because they can see the effects of all of this fire, of this kind of sort of how you are receivers, and it's been taking you, it's like this long time that's been building up of just the emotional manipulation that you've just held on to for so long. So if you got a friend that's going to just sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with you, and just like, you know, all of this build up of this being bullied and lied to and all of this other stuff, you may be the one that ends up crying. I mean, but it may be just like a release though. It may be a release, you know, for you, so that it may be the breakthrough that you need to so somebody can let you know that they're there. You know, that they are there for you, so that you can finally be a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. So it's like somebody has been lied to in love. They have been lied to, and I mean, just so, and bullied. That's what all of this is. All this is all this fire here lets me know that somebody has really been bullied. Somebody has really. So there's a serious compassion here when I look at your cards. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. All right. Bye.